We will call to order Common Council meeting of Monday, June 2nd. Roll call, please, here.
Dawn Kidd.
Here.
Amy Johnson.
Here.
Casey Boer.
Here.
Wayne Schmidt.
Here.
Midge Swedberg. Here. Scott Meverden.
Here.
Kevin Schmidt.
Here.
John Ortley will not be present tonight.
Stand for the pledge, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Confirm the meeting in compliance with open meetings, please.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. I would look for a motion to either approve or make changes to the order of the agenda.
So moved.
By Kevin,
Second.
by Scott. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That carries. Did everyone look at the meeting minutes from May 5th? Any conversation or questions or a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from the 5th.
I second it.
Scott and second by Dawn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anybody here tonight for public comment? One, John? Could you state your name and address for the record, please, John?
Certainly. Hello, I'm John Sharp. My address is 1508 Perry Street, Algoma, Wisconsin 54201. And I was waiting on Mike Frelick, and he's working, so he may not be here on time to make a public comment. But anyway, we've been finishing up the cannon. I'm going to cover that part now. And the cannon's coming along pretty nice. I mean, I got to say thank you, first of all, to Olson, Sean Olson. He's been more than generous, helped move it. You know, the mayor. He helped move the cannon, and it's looking pretty good. The wheels have been redone. She's going to be a good-looking cannon. After years of it looking pretty bad, at least we're moving forward. We're also working towards the memorial. There's still some things that need to be done with that. And then, of course, we have the motorcycle show coming up July 26th. I'm already getting a lot of people reaching out. Jan Dart suggested that we shut down the portion of Clark Street, starting in second, going back towards the Legion, and then use some of First if we have to. And we, depending on this is the first run, so we don't know how big or how small it's going to be. But if this starts to expand, we may have to use which I will reach out for the Nicolette Bank parking lot, things along that line. But for right now, that's the initial plan. We'll be able to have the bathrooms be able to use by the public at the Legion, so we'll have that covered. We're going to have food provided by the Knights of Columbus, of course, and they've been very generous. We've had some really good, generous groups. I need to say thank you to the Knights of Columbus. Also, Jan Dart appropriated $2,000 towards the restoration of the cannon. The Knights of Columbus was $1,000, and the Lions donated $600 towards the cannon. So we're moving forward. We are getting some people that are very interested. We need a memorial. We really do. I mean, every year I put up 100. Every year I've been involved on Memorial Day putting up flags, and there's hundreds of flags that we put up every year, and we don't have a memorial. Casco's got one. Kiwanis got one. Luxembourg has one, but we don't have one. And here, all these veterans here that have given their lives and served this country need to have a memorial. So, thank you for your time. Mike obviously didn't make it. I think I covered the bases. Thank you. I'm back.
Thank you, John. Anybody else for public comment? Pastor? Can you state your name and address, please, Pastor, for the record?
Sure.
My name's Ken Taylor, 243 Mill Street here in Algoma. I'm your appointed representative to the Kewanee Economic Development Committee, CORE, and I'm here to give a report. And we got the money. Alderman Casey Gore asked that we come and give an update. Here I am. I'll do the best I can. I'm sorry I didn't get the information that I could get on the agenda, so I can just give you the information. I can't answer any questions. But it's important that you're involved, and we want you to know how much we appreciate your support. We want you to know your money is being well invested. First, I want to talk about is the Kewanee County Economic Development Corps annual breakfast that is coming. It's going to be held on June 19th at the Homestead from 8 to 9. Feature speakers is going to be Kristen Fish Peterson, who's our consultant for the project Homestead. We've also, as a committee, have told Ben, we want him to get a hold of Energy Solutions and ask if we can't have a representative to start answering a lot of the questions that probably every one of us has. The newspaper says some, television says some, but there's still a lot of issues out there that none of us know what's going on. Tickets are gonna go on sale this week, and you can get them on the website of the Kewanee County Economic Development Corps. And I would invite you, Mayor, and every council member to get a ticket and come and hear what is going on in our county. Some of the success stories that have been completed already this year is, first of all, the Door Kewanee Legislation Days. They were successful, and we co-hosted in 2025 the Door Kewanee Legislative Days, bringing local priorities directly to the state capitol and to the leaders, and advancing key issues such as water quality, broadband funding, and workforce development, and that was done. And the report that we've got is that was very successful. Our Agriculture Career Day Workforce Development expanded our Ag Career Days, connected with over 900 students in the 2 days it was held at the Eberts Farm right here in Algoma, and with local ag businesses and career pathway, strengthening the future workforce for one of Kewanee County's core industries. It was a great success. Also, our Kewanee County Small Business Expo was launched and was organized in the second annual Small Business Expo, showing local enterprises, fostering new businesses connection, and celebrating this county's small business community. We also have site selection, provided site selection services for 2 major ongoing projects representing a combined of over $16 million in potential capital investment supporting job creations and economic development here in Kewanee County. Project Homestead, we find phase 1 is 90% complete and should be done in June here. Project Homestead phase 2 to begin in July, which will include insights and information from phase 1 to begin finalizing the proposal for the top 3 priority developments and securing cost projections and documents to pursue state and federal funding to support these developments. Now we get to the one that's probably on everyone's mind, and that is the nuclear plant site redevelopment. We are working with local individuals behind to see this $3 billion economic potential project and negotiate to repurpose the Kewanee County power plant. We find that Energy Solutions has entered into 2 partnerships to see this happen, to see that this power plant up and running again, which would bring a lot of business back into our county. Businesses, retention, expansion, we continue to work to connect local businesses through policies, advanced resources, grants, and direct relationship. And the last thing is you put on here is our annual outing, if anyone's interested, is gonna be August 26th on a Tuesday at Northbrook, and inviting people to come and be part of that. So that's kind of our update, what our committee is doing. We are working, we are pursuing to keep everything going forward, and we want you to be informed. So if you have questions, you can email me, you can call me, whatever. If I don't have an answer, I will get an answer, but we want you always informed. I'm gonna leave this with Matt, if he wants to copy it for you guys, for this council, you're welcome to it. And Mr. Mayor, thank you for the time.
Thank you. Anybody else for public comment? Seeing none? Move on.
sir. Thank you.
Did everyone have a chance to look at the bills and credit card payments? Wayne has it.
Go ahead, you go first.
Okay, the forestry DNR tree grant expense, I thought, does that grant money, do we have to front that and then we get grant money back? Is that how that works? Okay, all right, just want to make sure that.
Mr. Mayor, I just want to point out there is a bill in here for my wife who is an employee at the fire station. I would ask when we approve the bills that we approve them, with the exception of that one, and then make that separate so I can abstain.
I'll make a motion to approve all of the bills with the exception of the one. Okay.
Second,
Motion by Scott, second by Midge. Any other discussion on the bills? If not, a roll call, please.
Meverden,
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Kidd,
yes?
Johnson,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Orr,
Yes.
Swedberg.
Yes.
And then we'll need a motion to approve the bill for
Motion to approve the bill for Karen Schmidt. Second.
second by Casey, and the motion was by Scott. Roll call for that as well.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Orr,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Abstain.
Johnson,
Yes.
Kidd,
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Meverden.
Yes.
And then we have a conference attendance for Chief Ackerman. Chief, do you want to just touch on that?
This is just the annual conference, networking with other fire chiefs throughout the state of Wisconsin. So I've been going to it for probably 25 years now, so
Thank you,
it's a good conference.
thank you. Motion to approve that? Motion by Wayne,
Second.
second by Scott. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. And then, all the committee reports, if everyone had a chance to look. Any questions on any specific report?
Motion to accept.
Motion by Casey,
Second,
second by Midge. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. And then, there was a whole list of licenses, which I don't think Karen wants to read every one.
Nope, not all of them, but we'll go through a few of them if you don't mind.
No problem. Do whatever
Okay,
you
so the easy ones are the 2025 temporary Class B licenses and the 2025 to 2027 operators licenses. There's 2 memos attached for that, so you can see all of the temporary Class B beer or combination wine and beer. I know it says liquor, but it's wine. Licenses that are issued. Does anybody have any questions on any of the temporary licenses? Okay, I do not need a motion or anything on that one. Then the next one is the operator's licenses. So that one is just the operator's licenses for 2025 to 2027 that have been issued. If there's an asterisk behind it, it means it's a new license. You'll kind of keep seeing this one for probably the next few months, and this list will continue to grow as we issue more renewals and new licenses. Just keep in mind, for any of the bar owners who are, or gas station, grocery store, anybody who's listening to this, you must have a licensed operator on premise at all times. So just something for them to keep in mind. And then the big memo is the 2025 to 2026 business license applications. So I'm just gonna run through that real quick. Applications for renewal Class B beer license is Algoma Boat Club. That one does not count against our quota, it's just a Class B beer license. Applications for renewal for combination Class B beer and Class B liquor, Anchors Away, Cadillac Jacks, Cafe Palazzo, Ghost Ship Restaurant, which is Son of Scallywags, Leander's LLC, Pizza Bowl, Millie's Pub and Grub, Off the Hook, RRP Management, which is Smashed on the Rocks, Rule Enterprises, 311 Bar and Bistro, and Vandertide Ventures, which is the Steel Pour. We have 13 liquor licenses. There are 12 applications on file. You only have 11 listed in front of you. One was received within the last week, but unfortunately it was after we had the PPP meeting, after we sent the publishing. So they will be required to pay for their own publishing, have a special meeting, which we'll do right after the finance and personnel meeting in June. No issues with any of those. Applications for renewal, Class A beer and Class A liquor, these do not count against our liquor license quota. James Graff or Graff's Mobile, Jandu Oil, 2 for them. One is the one on Lake Street and the other is on 4th Street. Hometown Grocers Inc., otherwise known as Denny's Super Value, Family Dollar. Then there's one Class A liquor license, which would be Steel Street Trading or Steel Street Floral. Cigarette and tobacco product licenses, Family Dollar, James Graff, Jandu Oil has 2, RRP Management or Smashed on the Rocks, Hometown Grocers, which is Denny's. There is one thing to point out, after the license applications was submitted, there was an incident at Graff's Mobile Mart where tobacco was sold to a minor. They did receive a citation for that, just something that I have to mention as part of the licensing. I don't feel that it's a need to hold it up. It's not like this is a habitual problem. I don't wanna say that it happens, you need to be checking, that kind of thing, but, you know, this is the first time that they've received a citation for this. And then you have your amusement license as listed, that's for all like the pool tables, dart tables, that kind of stuff. Does anybody have any questions on any of the 2025, 2026 through 2026, business license applications renewal?
Karen, do we have one liquor license available yet?
Yes, we have one available. You'll see that number 12 coming at the next meeting in June. If not, I would be looking for a motion to approve the applications for renewal as listed in this memo.
Do you want them together or you want the business license separate?
Just as listed in this 2025, 2026 business license memo.
Make a motion to approve business licenses as stated.
By Scott,
Second.
second by Dawn.
You do a roll call.
Roll call.
One second there.
Oh, sorry.
I point over, I have work business with 2 of them. Can I abstain to those 2 or do we need to take them separately?
You can abstain to those 2 and we'll just list it
Okay.
as part of your
Abstention.
abstention,
Cool.
yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else?
Just when we get there, Casey, when Aaron calls your name, just mention why you're abstaining to which 2, yeah, the 2 that you're abstaining to.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay. Kevin Schmidt. Johnson,
Yes.
Kidd,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes, with abstaining to Ghost Ship and 311 due to business dealings with them.
okay, Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Meverden,
Yes.
Thank you. Old business. Old fire station. Matt?
Fire station, myself and the mayor had a very brief meeting this morning with Jim Theis from Bayland. About 1 o'clock, I got a call back from Jim. Our plans are yet not out to bid. Chris Peoples has everything wrapped up and advertised to bid at the end of this week. And by Monday, they say that we will have them out to bid, that you can actually start the bidding process. With that being said, we probably aren't gonna see these numbers come back now till after the, finance and personnel. But as soon as I get them back, we will share them, with the council and everybody as soon as we can.
What was the delay this time?
About 12 of them.
Oh,
Chris People was on vacation, the electrical submittals had to get sent back to the electrician for some changes that didn't work with where things were and, yeah. So, a lot of different ones.
thank you.
I apologize, once again, but I'm waiting patiently. I know the fire chief is waiting very patiently, and I think everybody is, wants to know where this number comes in, so.
Thank you, Matt. Administration building,
The admin building, we're continuing to move forward with, the admin building. We went through a plan set, we got some numbers back, we sent it back to them. They are still in the process of redesigning that, of how that's gonna look, what that's gonna look like. And also at the same time, working with the library on, going through some code things there and waiting to get stuff back from them. So I don't have, unfortunately, any good news, but I don't have any bad news either. So just waiting.
okay.
Does-
I have a
go
question
ahead.
If I can. So we've pretty much committed, we're not putting a library over there. I think, right? So I'm curious how they're going about the bid. Is that the commitment that they were giving us, I guess is my question. Is Bayland going after this building as if the library's not gonna be there?
Bayland is redesigning the bank building, as the library will not be in part of that building. And looking at the library portion of it over here, of what needs to be done to put a heating system in and move all the utilities from what I'm gonna call the west end of this whole campus to the east end of it.
Okay,
But that's not locked in though, right?
That is not locked in. They are drawing that of what that's gonna look like.
Right, but it's not locked in because the library still could move to the new building, correct?
Those-
Okay,
Yes.
everything's still on the table,
That
okay,
is correct.
just to make sure. Okay.
That is all I have unless anybody else has any questions on those, old business items.
if not, we will move on to the new business. Wastewater treatment plant.
The CMAR report, I think everybody has a copy of it in their packet. This is an annual report that gets done. And I don't see that Mark is over here from Veolia, which I didn't think he was coming, in case he's not here. But this is an annual compliance report that gets sent into the DNR and to the state. If you kind of scroll through it, once again, we're in the A category, I think, in everything all the way to the back of it. This has gone through Public Works, has been approved. But the reason that it's in front of everybody is we have to send this in to stay in compliance along with a resolution. So that's why it's before the full council today. I'd be happy to answer any questions if anybody has any.
I'll make a comment. Public Works went through this. Just go to the last page, you'll see that we rated a 4.0, which is the best we can do, which is great for the plant and everything. So we unanimously voted that it should go to the council for approval.
Thank you. Any other comments on that? Or a motion to approve it, I'm assuming?
It'd be 12/20.
12/20.
You're looking for the resolution?
Resolution, yes, we'd be looking for.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 1228-2025.
I'll second that.
Motion by Scott, second by Wayne, and a roll call, please.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Meverden,
Yes.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Hoover,
Yes.
Kidd.
Yes.
Thank you. Next item was TID number 5, the land acquisition.
Yes, so this went through finance and personnel. We do not know now, that we have a closing that is set for, Thursday at 3 PM to close on this. But
This
we-
Thursday?
This Thursday at 3 PM. We would be looking, for passing this, to move forward, because it has not gone in front of the full council.
Can you describe where this land is, Matt?
Sure, I could actually go through the motion. Or Scott, do you have it, or go ahead if you wanna go?
It's not highlighted.
Just can you state for the public where this land is?
Sure. It's for the city, for purchasing parcel numbers 31-201, 27.201 in the city of Algoma, and parcel 31-002, 28.131 in the town of Anapee, in the amount of $628,400.
In this land is on the corner of Sunset and Fremont. If anyone's looking, that's part of the new TID 5 that was just created.
And can you tell them the Anapee land is just a trail? So it doesn't sound like we're buying a big chunk of land in Anapee.
We are not, we're buying less than a half, or less than a quarter of an acre. It makes a little leg down to the Anapee River that adjoins this land.
Thank you.
I'll make a motion to authorize the mayor and the city administrator to enter into a vacant land offer to purchase agreement for the purpose of purchasing parcel numbers 31-201, 27.102 in the city of Algoma and 31-002, 28.131 in the town of Anapee in the amount of $628,400.
Second.
By Scott, second by Midge, and a roll call, please.
Who
Yes.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Meverden,
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Kidd,
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Thank you. Administrators report, Matt?
I covered everything under either old business or new business, but Aaron does have a couple of things, believe that start tomorrow.
Yeah, just a heads up that tomorrow is, Board of Review. We haven't received anybody, any filings saying that anybody was coming to contest their property value or anything like that. But that meeting is tomorrow, beginning at 5 p.m. We do have a zoning board of appeals and a planning commission meeting, 2 meetings that we usually don't have every month, coming up later in June. I believe they're June 19th, Matt? Yeah, just for anybody to be aware. That's all I have.
That's all?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What's the status of the North Pier? When is that going to begin?
Start probably late August,
Late August.
yes,
And any idea, are they removing the lighthouse?
not there yet.
Okay.
And
For painting purposes, it's coming
for the
back.
record, if we remove the lighthouse for anybody that's watching,
Correct.
whether we remove it or we paint it in place, it will go back or it will stay there. It's not permanently coming down.
Thank you. That
For
was a
the
question
record.
that it was posed to me and I'm like, it is not coming down. That was a rumor on it.
Any other questions? Hearing none, thank you.
Thank you. All right, I have two things. First, on the zoning board of appeals, we've been running with one alternate. And so Matt reached out to Bob Smits, and he has accepted to be our second alternate. So it would be my will, I guess, to appoint Bob Smits to the zoning board of appeals as the second alternate.
So move.
Moved by Wayne,
Second.
second by Scott. All in favor? Opposed, thank you. And then the league's fall conference is coming up again. It is September 17th through the 19th in Milwaukee. Just so everybody's aware, if anybody is interested. Very.
I would love to go.
Very informative, but get a hold of Matt.
Yeah.
And that's all I had. Agenda items for the next meeting, Matt, Jamie, or Aaron. And then, next meeting will be Monday, July 2nd at 5 o'clock. July 2nd, I'm sorry.
7.
7th, sorry. At 5 p.m. at City Hall. And then I'm looking for a motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin Statute 19.85, Section 1, Subsection E, deliberating or negotiating the purchasing of public properties, investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require a closed session. And this is for land acquisition.
So
By Wayne,
second.
by Scott, roll call please.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Meverden,
Yes.
Kidd,
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt, Johnson,
Yes.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Who
Yes.